Here you know.
I said, I've been following your school bus conversion on Facebook. I said, how's that coming?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Where are you at on that build?
Getting pretty close.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I'm doing all the trim work and, the little fine touch stuff, paint and floor, just the girly part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solar panels. You get the solar panels in?
Yes, I did get them in. They came in about 2 weeks ago. And so now I got to make the brackets to put them on. I got to go, I had to put myself in a rabbit hole. So I'm making slide outs so I can stack 4 on top or 2 on top of 2. And then they'll slide out from the bottom. So I got to make the brackets for that. But I got a carpal tunnel, so I've been held up for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, I go to surgery on the 27th.
Go get the surgery. Just go get the surgery. You'll be back using your hand as if you were 18 years old again. 3 days.
Yeah.
I was fully healed. I was fully healed in about 6 weeks, but I was back to work, being able to be me in 3 days.
That's what the doctor told me. I go on the 27th for surgery. So I've been held up. I haven't really done too much, little stuff here and there. I had the wife helping me, but man,
I will say this: the following day, I had the surgery on a Friday morning. Saturday morning, I got in that old '54 Chevrolet that I used to have, and 5:30 in the morning, Sherry and I were up and out running around in that '54 Chevrolet to an event. I had my hand wrapped up, but it still didn't stop me from driving a vintage hot rod.
Yeah.
I really don't know if all the anesthetic was out of my system. I probably shouldn't have been driving. But I went and enjoyed the next day. I mean, it did not stop me from doing anything. So don't be feeling any fear that it's going to hold you back.
I'm ready, man.
You will bounce back and be immediately within minutes. You'll be ready to go.
Because man, it's holding me down, man. I got the blues. I can't sleep. Can't. It's bad, man. Carpal tunnel is no joke.
Did they do the electric shock test?
Yep. And they sent electric through my body, man. I felt it in my elbow on the other side.
I've had that done a couple times. Yeah, that electric. What's the name of it? What they're doing is that basically it's like using a power probe, and they're putting a signal here
guys,
and seeing if you get it here.
The audio is just too bad.
All right, Paul. We'll see.
All right, take care, Paul.
So yeah, there's a name for it. I've had that done a couple times, and it can ring your bell.
Oh yeah.
But so I'm fighting the other. I don't have carpal tunnel, but I have arthritis in this thumb joint. So that's a lot of fun after a day of playing around, and
yeah,
it's like you can't get away from using your thumb,
Yep. I told the doctor, I was like, bro, man, you want me to catch you after this appointment? Because man, you're sending some pain.
Yeah.
That was bad. This whole thing's bad. I just can't wait.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't been to work, man, in 2 weeks. I can't. It's bad. Yep.
Really? Ow.
Well, wait a minute. How many weeks you got left?
Actually, September. I took all my vacation in September.
You're short time, man. You're on short time already.
Yeah, so I'm done.
Yeah, good for you.
You retiring, huh?
Yeah, I'm retiring in September.
Good for you.
And me and the wife are going to travel the country and be hippies.
Well, don't do what I did. I retired, and 6 days later, I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Now I'm working just 1, but I'm working full time again. So don't do what I did.
Like the same thing, dude. I retired a couple of years ago, and now I'm not working full time, but I'm working like kind of 3 different part-time jobs when I feel like doing them. But it fills the days up, and I tell you, I'm glad because I'm not the kind of guy to sit around and do nothing. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I would rather be doing something, but like then stuff stacks up and it's like, oh shit, now I got to be there to finish the stack up stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I'm probably looking at probably about 2 to 3 more years, and then I'm gonna retire to my hot rod shop and just play with cars. That's all I'm gonna do.
Nice.
I'll give them maybe 2 or 3 more. That's it.
I'm still gonna do my automotive stuff, you know, but I'll just be out on the road, you know.
Oh, you got your leather working thing, and yeah, so
Yeah, I pick and choose what I want to do.
right. Are you guys gonna travel like long distance and that?
Yeah,
Like-
we're gonna go full time. I'm gonna try to hit every state and see if we like it. If we like it, we'll keep on moving. If not, I'll come back home.
Nice.
Yep. But I'm building a bus for us to be comfortable. Me and her, you know, everything she wanted is in here, and
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you towing? Are you towing a car? Or are you towing a trailer with stuff
Yeah.
in it, or
yeah, I'm towing
like your motorcycles, or?
Yeah, I'm towing my truck, and I have all my leather stuff in the truck, and then I'm gonna put a motorcycle lift that takes it up over the top of the truck.
Oh, okay.
So the lift, you know, you put the motorcycle on, you lift it up high, and then you put your vehicle behind that.
Okay, so you'll be good to go.
Yeah, yep.
Nice.
So when I grow up, I'm gonna be a bus guy, drive around the bus.
You didn't get enough of bus driving, so you got to
Yeah, right?
you got to do it all the way through retirement.
Yeah.
A little
I'll tell
bit
you
different situation though. You'll have better views. Grand
All right.
Canyon and Route 66, and
Yeah, I don't have to pick nobody up either.
yeah.
I've always wanted to do Route 66 like with my daughter. I'd like to build a car. In the 68 Chevelle I'm going to be doing, I'm thinking about doing that car just for that trip, and just make it fuel injected, real air conditioning,
Right.
highway gears, just make it super reliable and something I could take down across 66, and do a loop like into California, through Texas and back around. And
That'd be a nice trip.
I'd like to do it. It's on my bucket list, but it keeps getting put off,
Yeah.
life.
Right.
She's over at Kent State, and she's pre-med, and she's getting ready to graduate and go to medical school. So I don't know when we're going to do it, but I'd like to take at least a week and a half to go do that,
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
And she's a car girl. She loves cars, so she'd
Yeah,
be really into it.
I see the post, like the didn't you have Corvette a couple weeks ago on?
Yeah, she drives that. That's behind me here.
Yeah.
She drives that. I don't even drive it. I drive my old stuff. I like my old stuff.
Yeah.
I just bought. You're like this, Lou. I just bought I bought the same day I bought this Pontiac. I bought off an estate locally. It's a 61 GMC pickup from Texas. It's got all the patina. It's super solid. Don't look like much, but I've been driving around. I've been hauling with it.
Yeah.
It's a great truck. Do you remember that 305 that they had back then? V6.
Mhm.
That's what's in it. Real torquey motor. Not a lot of horsepower, but it's a 4-speed with that granny gear. But boys, it's fun. No power steering, no power brakes, 4-speed.
Oh,
It's all stock. 8-foot bed. I mean, it's a blast. It's my favorite car to drive right now. I've been driving the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's fun.
Yeah,
I honestly can't remember last time I started up my Tundra. I drive this old truck. Got the wing window air conditioning.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Hey, those old trucks, man, they're reliable.
You ain't kidding. The only thing I've had to do to it, well, I actually had to put a fuel pump in it before I bought it, because I wanted to hear it run before I said I'd buy it, and fuel pump was out of it, so I had to put a fuel pump on it. But other than that, that's it. It starts right up, it runs great, and goes down the road straight. And you got the big ship wheel steering wheel, but a little bit of play in the steering. But other than that, it brakes good, and
that's it.
it's a fun choice. I ain't doing much to it. I'm just gonna the seat has a massive hole in it, so I need to get that redone. And the wood in the bed it's rotted through, so it needs new wood in the bed. So I think I'm just gonna get the kit from LMC and put in it, the hardware kit, and just go ahead and just do that.
Yeah, those companies were nice to sell all the parts, man. They make everything.
Oh, you know, I was going through their catalog the other night and just picking some things out. You could practically build a truck out of that catalog.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, that's crazy. AMD too. They're coming up pretty strong too on parts.
Yeah,
Mopar,
yeah,
Mopar parts.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah.
them all.
I'm in the process of buying a. You'll like this. A '59 Imperial
Oh, nice.
down in Katanning.
Ooh,
It hasn't been on the road since '85. It come out of Niagara Falls out of a car collection. And this older guy, 78 years old, has a classic car dealership. He's getting ready to retire, and he's liquidating everything. And that car hasn't been run since '85. In fact, it didn't come with keys. He's having keys made for it. But as soon as he gets the keys made for it, he's going to call me in, and I'm going to shoot him an offer. I'll probably go down and get it running. No rust at all, just faded. It's like gold with a gold, like kind of white and rose interior. It has that kind of that squared off steering wheel they have in those old Chryslers.
And it was
The
the clear lucite job.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a neat looking car. I just like it. I envision it with a 392 in it or a Hellcat motor is what I got planned for it. So
I like the 392 idea.
it could be. I mean, there's a place called Cleveland Power Performance over here, and they get the totaled Hellcats, they get Camaros, they get all the performance motors. And what they do is they crate them up. They give you everything on that crate. They assemble everything, and you hear the engine run on the crate. It has the steering column, the pedal, a battery, the gas tank. Everything you need to make that car run is on that crate. So when you buy it, you know you have everything to make that muscle car run.
Right.
To switch it over. And their prices aren't bad. I mean, it's honestly pennies on the dollar if you were to go to Direct Connection Dodge and buy a crate Hellcat motor or a 392. I mean, you can't beat it. You know, and the mileage varies. Some of them have 10,000, some of them have 50,000, and they price them accordingly. But that's the route I'm going to go. If I go that route and I get this Imperial and I decide to go with a modern Hemi, that's the route I'm going to go, because then I know I have absolutely everything to transplant into that 392. I just trying to figure out how could I make the push button transmission work with a modern, a modern transmission from a Challenger. I don't think you can. I think I'd have to probably just put a regular shifter in it. But I think aren't those? I don't know much about them. Are those vacuum activated? Does push button?
Cable. I think it was cable.
Cables.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty neat invention when they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? My new Denali has it. It's push and pull buttons. It's crazy. I mean, at first I had a hard time getting used to it, but it's a push button transmission.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So it made a comeback. They say everything comes back. Well, there you go.
It swings back around. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom had I think a Ford Torino, maybe, that had push button. Was it a Torino?
Really?
No, I forget what it was. It was, I can't remember what it was. But it was push button. I remember I used to play with it, and I almost got it to roll down the driveway one time.
That was a Chrysler thing, because even some of the early darts had it.
Yeah.
But
Maybe it was.
yeah, I don't think anybody else ever had that.
Maybe it was a Chrysler.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember anybody else having.
Yeah, I don't remember anything with it other than Dodge. And like I said, that's a 59 and it has it. So I don't know when that actually came out, but
Yeah, that's about the right vintage.
Yep.
yeah, but I thought it'd be cool to leave that car just looking the way it is, patinaed. The interior is super nice already.
And
It just needs a little bit of stitching, like the center sections that are cloth are torn. I got a upholstery guy up in Meadville. I think it can just replace that part of it. But I'm just going to leave the car the way it is. If I end up getting it, I think I'm going to get it. And then go ahead and transplant a modern Hemi in it and just leave it the way it is. You know,
That'd be nice.
Just
maybe bag it. I don't know.
just to clarify, as a Ford guy, and I know I'm not liked, but the Edsel had a push button transmission.
Oh, you're right. On the steering column. Right on the steering. You're right, Brian.
On the steering column.
Right on the horn, like where the horn ring would be, there was a push button. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Brian is correct, and we like him anyway. It's not.
So how did that work? Were they like cables or something? How did it? Back then there wasn't electronic. How does
It was cable. Yeah.
Oh wow. Push this one.
Now that had to be real because you had to turn the wheel. The wheel. Turn.
Yeah.
So they really had to do some work. Huh.
Yeah, that's some bit of engineering back then.
Yeah.
Well, that could be why the Edsel wasn't exactly a big hit too.
Right.
The steering went out. That's funny. So yeah, the Mopar Nationals, man, those guys. There was a lot of nice cars down there. They had a drag racing, and then the jump. It was a nice weekend.
Oh, Lou, did you see that jump? I heard you guys talking about a jump. I figured it was that.
Yeah.
I must have watched that 50 times. I showed guys at work that. He sent that full send.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to be doing, I guess, 65 to 75 maybe.
Yeah, he was doing 70. We got a picture of the speedometer when he hit the.
I mean,
ramp.
he was higher than telephone poles. Like he literally, he was in that car though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How's he not break his back on that landing?
Well, I was there the night before at his shop when they were getting it all ready, and they were showing me that from the Dukes of Hazzard, they figured out putting bungee straps around these clips, and then you clip your suit to these clips, these bungee straps, and so you're off the seat. So he's off the seat about 4 inches. So he's like floating in there. He's like, you know what I mean, off the bungee straps.
Like in a hammock.
Yeah, so they got that from Dukes of Hazzard, the guys that were doing the Dukes.
Because I started questioning, because I didn't see anything leading up to it, and obviously you were there, but I thought, was that remote controlled? Like I've never seen anybody do a jump like that. Because I mean, it would just, if you were in a racing seat or any kind of a seat even strapped in, I would think that would compress your spine enough to break it. I mean, being that high and just that car just slammed. Well, those built, I think that's the guy that does them locally here. He builds those on Crown Vics, doesn't he?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And
Right.
what's he do? Get all the sheet metal from like AMD and just build a body?
Yep.
That can't be very cheap.
AMD sponsors it.
Okay.
Actually, he's on AMD's website and their catalog.
Okay. They look pretty authentic. I mean, it's a Crown Vic, but I mean, they look good.
If you go back and look at last week's show, I was there at his shop before we were packing up, and I walked around and showed a lot of it. And we showed Terry was in the car and they were showing the bungee strap part of the seat.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ray.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. I don't know what his last name is. Ray. Let's see. Ray something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he used to jump over here at Yankee Lake, just over the line in Ohio. I know he did some jumps at Truck Night.
Yep. Yeah, he's been around. I think he's on. I forget how many jumps, but he's up. He's close to the amount of jumps that the Dukes of Hazzard stunt guys did.
Now his business called Northeast Ohio Dukes or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Where's he located at?
Warren, Ohio.
Oh, he's in Warren.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't realize he's that close. Shoot, I'm only 25 minutes from there.
Actually, I think you're closer to him than I am.
Yeah,
he's
maybe.
right off
Yeah.
of, Route 5. Is it 5?
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that's where he was at. I was thinking he was up like toward the lake, like up toward Ashtabula.
No, he's close.
Okay.
You know where the Kent State Trumbull branch is?
Yep.
He's 5 minutes from there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, good guy. The whole crew is pretty good. Tyler, that he did the what's his name? The cop. What's his name?
Roscoe P.
Roscoe.
Roscoe. Yeah, he did the Roscoe stuff.
train.
Yeah, he flipped a police car. It was pretty cool. He did
Oh,
a
did he?
job in it. Yeah, yeah. It was a nice weekend. Seeing it in person, I'll tell you what, is a whole different flavor because he was so high. It was unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it. I saw the video. I like I said, we were watching it over and over again. I started thinking, well, was that remote controlled? Because honestly, that landing just would, in my eyes, would just crush you. I mean, he had no ramp or anything. Just
yeah, he's bruised up pretty good now. He says that the perfect landing is with the front end hitting the ground first. He
didn't do that.
No, he landed flat. He said that's the worst way to land is flat.
Yeah,
so he's bruised up pretty good.
he landed perfectly flat.
Yeah,
But he's okay though.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it goes for jumps, car jumps and belly and pool dives. You don't want to go in flat.
No.
No belly flops.
And you could hear that thing when it hit. It just slammed. I mean, it was wham. I mean, it was incredible. I wish I would have been there to see that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was my first time seeing it live, man. I was amazed.
Yeah.
When he hit that ramp, man. He came off that ramp. I was like, wow, look how high.
I mean, the crowd in the video, the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah, I got it on video. Let's see, I videoed when he did it. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it to play. Yeah, it was incredible. So, wait a minute. It's going to flip on me. Yeah, that's Terry. Hold on. This is the one.
So what do you want me to do about it?
Hold on.
Okay.
I got way too many videos. My phone keeps tilting. Hold on. All right, this is the one, but my phone won't let it go sideways.
Looking for something.
It ain't on the show. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. Right, here we go.
I have a tape, but I don't know how I can
So it's Terry.
put it up.
I want you to see how high it is. Unbelievable. He's up over the trees. Well, let me move it down a little bit. All right, here we go.
Man.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you could hear that landing.
Yeah. He hit the wall, too. Once it hit, then it slid over to the
Yeah,
wall.
I saw that.
Yeah. But
They had a bunch of hay bales there.
yeah, he was shook up a little bit. But he's good. I talked to him.
Did he say how long it takes him to put one of those? Did he say how long it takes him to put one of those cars together?
He says around 30 days. That one there was 30 days, but they put one together in 5 days on a rush jump. So they they can put it together pretty fast now. But that one there, he said it took him 30 days. I think we lost Mike. What's up, Keith?
Not much. So how many people were angry that they ruined a Charger?
Well, Terry
Everybody?
set him straight right off the bat. He said, I know you guys are mad that we're jumping this car, but then he explained to everybody, we don't want to hear no afterwards, no mess. He says, this is a Crown Vic.
Yeah. Nobody cares about Crown Vics.
It doesn't matter, because if you read on Facebook, man, they had people bash. I mean, it got to the point. It's to the point where you shouldn't even put comments. These people are so stupid they don't even listen. And there's one guy on there. I didn't catch his name. He's arguing with everybody about that it's a Crown Vic, and people are still just like, these people should be shot. And this is why people think that these Chargers are $1 million now. And this guy, I mean, it's like, what, you think he puts like 2 drops of Tic Tacs in the water and a sea monkey grows? Come on, dude. It's just like.
I was reading the same thread. There were guys there complaining, hey, how many Crown Vics are there out there? Come on, you're killing them.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot. There's a lot. Hey, Lou. Yeah. I jumped the Crown Vic.
Yeah.
About 30 feet. I was in when I was in the state police down in Uniontown, we got into a chase, and we ended up, it was during midnight shift, and we were doing 100 mile an hour chasing this Audi, and we thought it was stolen. We didn't know. We didn't know why he was running, really, but we figured it was stolen. There are a lot of stolen cars down there. So we chased him into Greene County, which we were in Fayette County. I'd honestly never been in Greene County prior to that. So what we thought was a 4-way intersection at 100 miles an hour, you see the blinker light, right? We come up, it wasn't. It was a 3-way intersection, and that intersection ended into a gravel parking lot and a mom and pop store. And then at the end of that gravel parking lot was about an 8-foot cliff. It went down into a cornfield. Wow. And the Audi went off, and we went off. We locked I wasn't driving. Actually, I was a passenger, so which is worse, because I had the mic, and I'm calling the pursuit out on a mobile to mobile, which goes statewide. Everybody in the state could hear me. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I had the mic, and I quickly realized he locked them up all the way through that gravel. So we probably ended up going off of that cliff about 70, I'm guessing, 80, 70, 80. And it was funny because you can see where we went off, and there's no tire marks for, like, I stepped it off. It was like 30 feet. And we bowed that thing like a banana. It was a brand new Crown Vic too. And when they towed it back to the barracks, the frickin' frame was touching. The middle of the frame was actually touching the ground. We bent it like a banana. So yeah, I too jumped the Crown Vic. And they said the detective that come down and did the whole report. We got all the bad guys and everything, and it all ended up, nobody got hurt. Yeah, the Audi made it. They didn't wreck. Nobody rolled it or anything. But it was funny because the detective that come down said, "Who was calling the pursuit?" And I said, "Oh, that was me." And he goes, "You said fuck 3 times on the radio, right?" I said, "No, I actually didn't." He goes, "Oh yeah, it was funny because it went, fuck, fuck, fuck." So yeah, sorry about that. And he goes, "Oh, you're all good. We realized you thought you were about to die."
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know how those Audi drivers are. You can never trust them. You can never give them an inch.
Yeah.
Got to chase them down.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get him started again.
I've owned about a half dozen Audis. I'm kind of a fan. I don't presently have one now, but last one I have is a Q7. I really like them, actually.
I had one 2 years ago and I liked it. Took a lot of grief over it, but I did like the car. Fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I tell you what, say what you want about Crown Vics. I'm not really a Ford person. Every time I work on my stepfather's Galaxy, I got to pour holy water on it and do a ceremony. But I do like Mustangs and stuff like that. I'm not anti-Ford, but I don't go out and seek them out. But for a Ford, I tell you what, the Crown Vic was a goddamn good car. I mean, patrol car. We never got stuck in the winter. We never broke down in them. I've been in a dozen crashes with them. Some of them good. Hitting deer, hitting cars and knocking them off the road, and they hold up, and they good cars, big, comfortable, nice riding.
I was gonna say that they're comfortable ride too.
They weren't. My biggest complaint is they weren't fast, like our Caprices that we had prior to that. We had that LT1.
Well, yeah,
the 93 through 96 Caprices were the fastest state cars I've ever drove, and then I was very sad that when they quit making them, and then we went to Crown Vics. The Crown Vics just didn't have the power, and
the 91 had the horsepower and the torque, but the Panther platform was a very good platform for Ford. It really was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, geez, Christ, what they do is they decommission the police cars and they all go to taxi service, and the police departments generally, I know us for state police, we would run them to about 120, 130,000, and then they didn't really want us driving high speeds, chasing people down with more miles than that on them, so we would get rid of them at like 120, 130, and then the taxi cab companies would buy them up. Yeah. And they put, hundreds of more thousands of miles on them. I mean, not uncommon to see Crown Vics with 300,000, 400,000 on them. If you maintain them.
After the PD used them, a lot of times they went to the auxiliary, and the auxiliary guys got them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know of any in service anymore. My local township here had one for a while, and it came, another police department in Florida, Cape Coral, had donated it. Up here, and they used it for the canine for a while, but I don't think they have it anymore. I haven't seen it on the road for a while, so I just don't see them in service too much.
Right.
But they were good cars, though.
They're going to the SUVs now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my sheriff car is a new Explorer, and it's okay. I would be happier if it was the twin turbo, but they're not going to give us those. But it don't have much power, but it's good car though. It handles good and it's comfortable, The
local Youngstown here, they're moving to the Dodge Durangos.
State police did too, and then they actually are getting rid of them already.
Yeah.
They're going with Tahoes now. I got to plug in. My battery's about to crap out.
So Keith, what do you got popping down there in Florida?
Working on my mower.
Yeah.
I got a 0-turn mower, and
Hey,
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got to cut the grass, and I did the blades today. Sharpened some blades, and then the front spindle isn't, one of the wheels isn't spinning around, so I figure the thing's like 15 years old or something.
Yeah.
And I figure the bearings are all shot in there, so that's what I'm looking at right now, trying to find bearings. $26 a bearing.
That's always something, man.
I'm like, geez. And I need 4 of those. $100 in bearings. So I gotta go shop around.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna bail because need an early start tomorrow.
All right, Jim. Have a good week.
Take care, guys.
All right, talk to you later.
Yeah, besides that, I don't know. I just got this stuff lined up. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. Time.
Yeah. You got anything in the shop you're working on?
Not really. I'm having a shoulder surgery in like 2 weeks, so I'm going to be done working on stuff for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to be tied up. So I'm trying to get the stuff that I get the lawnmower fixed. So when I'm incapacitated, someone can cut the grass, and I got to do my wife's car, fix some stuff.
We have rotator cup.
Yeah, what the Super Sporanus or whatever is just disconnected, cut, gone.
Mhm.
So they're gonna reconnect that.
How did you do that?
I think I had like a ball. The kids were throwing a ball around, and I took it and I threw it like this.
Uh-huh.
That's when I noticed that it hurt,
Yeah.
and then it just got worse after that. And then I had it checked out, and he said, "Oh, there's a spur there, and it probably from you moving your arm up and down, it just cut the tendon." So
Old age.
yeah, and I have this I have the same problem on the left arm, but
Mhm.
this one's still connected. He's like, "Oh, this one's like you still have 3/4 of it connected." I'm like, "All right." So after I get this one done, that's not connected, I got to get the other one done.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the bicep tendon ripped up here, so it's not connected over here. And he's like, "Well, yeah, just it's cosmetic. You really don't need it." I'm like, "Yeah, but I could barely curl anything now. Like 20 pounds, I could barely curl it. It
Wow.
hurts so much." That I know how I did. I was strapping I was bending down and I was doing a tie down strap. I was lifting it up like that, doing it, and then all of a sudden I just heard rip, and I was like, saw stars, immense amount of pain, and I'm like, oh, and I just had to use the left arm.
It was like all the time at the shop, but I'm doing stuff. You get into the moment of working, and
You don't even,
I mean, you're always trying to be careful and safe, and you always have a sensibility. But let's face it, at the same time, you got to get the job done.
yeah.
And sometimes I'm in the middle of a procedure and realizing, like, what the hell am I doing?
Mhm.
I ain't no kid no more.
Yeah. So like now when I lift stuff, I try to make sure my back muscles are trying to do the lifting and stuff like that, and try not to use my shoulders. It's
I go one better. I showed the guys at the shop. When I take tires off a car, I raise the car and I lift just to get the tire off the ground. And that's the level I take that tire off at.
yeah, you don't carry
I'm
it
not
down
lifting
anymore.
it up like this. Those days are over, man. No way.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, lifting over my head is tough to do now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm nervous about getting the operation, but I don't know. Like, hopefully, it's supposed to be endo whatever, where they just poke in there. They don't have to cut it all open.
Right.
Endoscopic or something.
Right.
So, but it's like 6 weeks of being laid up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, I go in for my carpal tunnel on the 27th. I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
I might beat him there. I'll be there early in the morning. Come on, man.
Come on. Yeah.
I mean, you take stuff for granted, man. When you can't use a hand or arm or something,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. And it's my right, so I'm really messed up.
Yeah.
Right.
There. I was gonna send you a video. I don't know if it was a TikTok or what. There's some guy raising the roof on his bus. I think was it? It couldn't be 10 feet, maybe.
No.
That's too high. That's really high, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 10 foot total.
Maybe 4 feet. Was it a flat nose bus?
No, it was a school bus. But he had all wood. He had all it done up with wood, and then he was lifting it up with wood. I mean, the whole thing was framed out with a million 2x4s.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then so did he go 10 foot total?
No, he's higher. He's higher because the bus was probably 9 something, and he went up 4 feet. So he's just under 13.5. 13.5 is the limit.
Is the limit? Okay.
He's just under it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trust it. 13.5 is pushing it.
Yeah, that's tall. I was like, why did he make it so? I'm like, holy cow, that's.
When he was done, was it white?
I didn't see the last part I saw was he was putting panels all around it. He was just screwing the metal panels in.
Yeah, I watched it a couple days ago. He actually, he's a YouTuber,
Right?
and he built another bus just to build one.
Yeah.
It looked really nice, but he did a lot of stuff in there that's not going to work. Like he put drywall in.
Oh,
There's no way you could drive down the road with drywall.
that's gonna crack. Yeah, that's gonna crack.
Yeah. But it looked really nice. He did a good job, but like the plumbing, the electrical, everything is all. He did it like a house.
Oh, you can't do that.
No, he's gonna have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. but he's a big YouTuber. He does all kind of stuff. He had big number YouTuber.
Maybe he's just gonna park it. Maybe he's gonna park it. Maybe he's not gonna drive it.
Yeah, he said he's going to drive around a little bit.
Yeah,
He built it and then he proposed to his wife on the roof.
You could do 110. You could do
Yeah,
110 like a house because that's the way my tool truck is.
Yeah, but
No.
he used solid copper wire. He needed to
All
use stranded wire.
Yeah, all the construction. He used
Yeah.
house construction.
Do they
Yeah.
make stranded for 110?
Yeah, you strand it because with the motion of the vehicle, it won't break. Like a solid copper wire,
Back and forth,
You know,
back
it's
and forth.
stiff. so when you hit bumps and stuff, it'll break.
And probably the plumbing and stuff like that. You got to use that flexible
Yeah,
tubing, right?
he did everything like a house.
Mhm.
So he's going to break a whole bunch of stuff.
That'd be good. That'd be nice to watch drive down. The whole wall falls off, drywall.
Yeah, you have to think, man, this is a rolling earthquake.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
you drive it, I mean,
Yep.
you're bouncing and all kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it looked really nice, man. He put nice stuff in it. Yep.
Did you see the guy that had bought Elvis's plane and then he turned it into an RV?
No.
That guy's in Florida. So Elvis's one of his old planes was for sale a while back. I can't remember how many $1 million, whatever it was. I don't know. This guy Jimmy's World, I think, YouTuber,
Oh, yeah.
and he turned it into an RV. He took a motorhome, took the whole body off the motorhome, and just used the chassis, and then put the fuselage of the airplane on there.
Oh, okay.
No wings or anything like that. Just the tube, right? And it has the nose, but there's no tail. It looks kind of weird. I wonder if I would have put if you can, I would have put the tail because that would have been kind of neat.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
But it looks just like a tube, and it's one of Elvis's old planes, and then he's driving it around. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, people
That was
getting
kinda-
creative.
Well, and then he had some meetup, and he met up with some other guy that did the same thing with some other kind of plane.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, other people did that too. Okay.
I'll tell you, the bus builds is really big, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
For the price, I mean, you can't beat the price.
Well, for price, it probably lasts a lot longer because it's all metal.
Yeah, it's
It's
built
built to
to
last,
keep
not-
the kids safe.
Yeah, and it's not the cheap motorhomes that are made out of just like plywood.
Yeah.
They fall apart.
When I'm totally done with everything, I'll probably be around the 50 mark, somewhere around there.
That's pretty good.
And I build everything strong as I can build it. You know what I mean? And the way I wanted it. So.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
A lot of my money is in the solar and the batteries and stuff. That's.
You can put all the solar, fill the whole roof up with solar.
No, I'm actually building a rack where I can have them slide out, so I don't have to use the whole roof. Just maybe 8 feet length. Then the rest will slide out the sides.
There's a company out in the Midwest. Actually, they're working with us on our tool trucks. And one of the problems is the panels you have to put away. You can't leave them out and driving because of the flex of the vehicle on them. But there's a company that has just started, and they got they had at first, the first ones were not enough power. The grids were too separated so that they could flex on the truck or flex on the roof when you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
And so as technology goes, they've gotten better, and they're almost at the point. When I was at our tool show last year, they had a write-up and a website, and I'm waiting to be contacted with more information where you can leave them up on the panel. You know, you don't have to secure them. Because there's a guy also out in Arizona, I think. It's an RV place that makes solar conversions. But it's when you park the RV and then you set up the solar panel so that you have it. And they're getting to the point where you can actually leave them on the truck, leave them on where they're not damaging the panels.
Right.
and have enough power, because they have stuff now that's flexible, but it doesn't have enough of the panels, and you need so much more for the power that that you're gaining. So it's coming. It's just like out there in Tennessee, down there. No. I'm sorry. Out in it's out actually in Ohio, Stowe, where Mako is. There's a handful of all electric tool trucks running around right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know where in Arizona the place is you're talking about?
I can't. I would have to go back and look through my email, because, like I said, I gave them information. They contacted me a couple months ago, but it was a RV place out that way, and they had setups, but you have to once you park, then you can unstrap or unsecure the panels and set them up. Technically, I can't do that. I mean, I mean, there's only 2 days where I'm parked in one spot for 5 or 6 hours. Other than that, I'm driving up and down the road.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of guys building, like the way I'm doing mine. It'll be all powered with actuators. So once I stop, my 2 panels will be open to the sky, and then I'll hit my actuators, and then 2 will come out from each side. But there's
I understand that, Lewis. I'm just saying there's a lot of flexibility in the roof of that. That's why, especially on our box trucks, I mean, there's a lot of flex, and you have to be careful, because when you leave them, if you don't have them rubber mounted or secured, they will crack. They will short out, actually. It's not even that they crack. They short out. The panels will short out.
Right. These guys got it figured out. There's a company that's building solar racks for RVs. And I called them. I seen a video. So I called them. They want $15,000 for this rack.
Wow.
I'm like, that's more than my solar panels. Crazy. But
Is there any information you can get on how they build it and build your own?
yeah, that's what I did. I did a lot of research. There's guys doing it. There's a lot of people doing it.
I mean, what Brian was talking about, the rubber bushing thing, that makes sense. Some type of a rubber bushing or something.
Yeah, guys are using the hockey pucks.
Okay, yeah.
So they're using the super struts and hockey pucks, and that gives you the in between the body. But on a bus, the bus roof is pretty sturdy. We got hat channels that go across every 2 feet, so we don't flex as much as an RV. RVs, they really flex.
Yeah.
And like the box trucks, like he was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of companies building these racks. They're getting pretty good. Yeah.
Whatever happened with that company in Phoenix you were looking into? I know you said something about Texas a few weeks back.
Well, I ended up the company in Phoenix. They were selling used panels, and I ended up buying new panels from the place in Texas for the same price.
Oh yeah, that's yeah
30-year warranty.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You got to go with that's the better deal.
And I got the big boy panels too. They're 440 watts a piece. So I got 5 of those, but I'm going to buy probably 5 more.
Well, I would buy your panels at the last moment.
Yeah.
The only reason why is because just like when I was saved by a snowstorm, because I was having panels put on my house, and we had a snowstorm, and it put us back 2 weeks, which put that guy back 3 weeks because of the houses that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy shows up and he said, man, you really lucked out because you got the newest version, which are X amount more. And you're going to save X amount more faster, because the technology in this is like your phone, computer, anything else that's changing so fast that by the time you decide on what you want and save up the money and get, they'll be glad to sell it to you because the new shit's already in the back door.
Yeah.
So I would wait until when you are ready to do it and do it, because the technology in the solar panel stuff is leaps and bounds of changing.
Yeah.
You could drive down my street. You could drive down my street, and you know exactly when the person had panels put on by the grid pattern on the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how much they change.
I already got them. They came in last week. Yep. So now I just gotta. If my hand wasn't jacked, I would have had them on already. But I wait for my hand to feel better to make these brackets and get them up there.
So with the rack you're building, are you doing like tube steel?
No, I'm using super struts, and they'll be mounted to the frame of the bus, and then on top of that, they have these clamps that clamp down and hold the panels to the super strut. But I'm not going that route. I'm going with L brackets with sliders, drawer slides, and then so I'll have the bottom two panels will be on drawer slides, and then above that, the solar panel will connect to those same brackets up higher, and then I'll have the actuator that pushes them out both ways. So I'll have two of those racks on the roof, or actually three. If I get more panels, I'll have three.
Hey Lou, how many batteries are you going to be using to hook those to?
I'm using they call them solar rack batteries. So they're like one of my batteries is like having four batteries, but it's all in one server rack. So I got two of those. So
how big are those batteries?
Probably 19 inches wide by 20 inches tall.
Okay. Can you get those locally, or are those special batteries?
I got them from Texas. I didn't find any local here, but let me show you. I can show you real quick if I can get out of my couch.
It's such a specialized world right now. You know, it's
Really
growing
is.
really fast. There's a lot more options than there used to be, but you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
When I grow up, I might do a solar business. Let me see here. Put the light on.
We got a lot of those solar farms going in our area here, and there's a lot of people fighting it. But I just saw a big one over there, Lou, right off of Route 5 over in Warren. Big one, right beside the high school. Massive solar farm going in. If you look over at the old GM plant over at Lordstown, they got that place is just covered in solar plant panels.
Oh, yeah, the whole parking lot. So here's my inverter. This is an all-in-one unit. It's the inverter, the battery charger. It does everything. So here you can see power coming in from my shore power. There's the batteries. That's the power going out. And that's the one battery here, solar rack battery. So it's like having two batteries in one. But I have two of these. I'm going to redo this whole cabinet to put the other battery in.
So if you're off grid and you're not able to plug in, and those batteries are fully charged, what can you get out of them, like time wise, like average? Do you know?
Well, it all depends on what you're using in the bus. Like if I had an air conditioner on and stuff like that, it sucks it up pretty good. But I can go probably 2 days on the batteries.
Right. But those are always charging from the panels, right? I mean, they're constantly charging.
Yeah. So when the panels are hooked up, it charges through, during the day, it'll come through the panels and it'll run everything in the bus. So at night, when you lose your sun, then it kicks over to the batteries.
Okay.
And so overnight, I'll be good because I got, two big batteries.
Right. Is that something you need to switch over to, or is it automatic?
Well, with my all-in-one unit is automatic.
Okay.
Yep.
So in the daytime, it switches the solar panels. It's charging.
Yep.
Pretty much automatic.
So it also it charges the batteries and it bypasses over to the fuse box. So everything that's running in the bus will run off the solar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm learning a lot. It's pretty.
So you can disconnect. So during the day, you can disconnect the batteries, and the bus will still run off the panels.
Yeah, it does it automatically.
Okay.
Louis, how
All right,
much? What do you think?
I thought you always run off the batteries, and the solar panels are just always charging the batteries, and you're just going like
No.
that. So that's not the case. Yeah.
No.
Louis, what do you think you have invested in that system so far?
5,000.
Okay.
And I would like to do 5 more panels. So that'd be another 1,500.
Now, do you have any generator at all? Gas generator or anything?
Yeah, I have
Diesel
a gas generator, but I'm going to sell that thing because it's loud. When I was out at the track this weekend, they had one running, man. It was so quiet. It was one of the Harbor Freight joints.
Wow.
Yeah, because I have one. We bought a OAN, and it's 5,500, I think.
Yeah.
We put it in my RV, and that thing's quiet, but it was like $5,000.
Yeah, the one at Harbor Freight, I
Oh.
think, is 1,800. But man, that thing is so quiet. It's unbelievable. We were sitting there talking, you couldn't even hear it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the same with mine.
Yeah, mine's an old boy. He's a big one, but he's too loud. I'm gonna get rid of that.
Yeah, because I was thinking of pulling that, because if I would redo my RV, I would do like you're doing, batteries, solar panels, and then I was thinking of just getting like a small generator, just in case, with some gas, and I could just start that sucker up and run the RV off it, or start charging the batteries.
Well, my generator runs off propane too, so I'm gonna have propane for the stove and for my hot water tank. So I'm gonna hook that to the generator, and they sell it's called DC to DC charger that you hook to your alternator. So when I'm driving, I could be charging my batteries.
Charging the batteries right to DC. Nice.
Yep. So you have 3 ways to charge.
Oh.
Yep. So
or you can go the opposite, just get rid of the alternator, and just have the sun charge it.
Yeah, but no, you don't want to cut an option out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you want redundancy and triple, whatever triple is.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you can't. It depends on where you're at. You go up to rainy, smelly Seattle, and there's no sun.
You're stuck. Yeah,
you're stuck. So I can plug up to shore power, and that'll power everything, and that also switches over. So when I plug, like right now, I'm plugged up to the house, so that cuts off. It bypasses and it charges my batteries. Then if I unplug it, then it goes to the batteries, and then
if it sees that there's stuff coming from the solar panels, it switch over to solar panels. Now that's that one unit you saw, the E whatever, that yellow thing.
Yeah, it's it's all in one unit. It's a charge controller, so it knows how much juice to give the batteries, and it cuts off, so don't overcharge your batteries. Then it's the inverter, so it changes from 110 to 110 from say I have a 48 volt system.
Okay.
So it switches over to 12 volt, and it sends 12 volt to where it needs to go, and then it sends the 110 to the fuse box. And it's pretty neat. Pretty neat system. So I went with the all-in-one because for the price, I couldn't beat the price, and it cuts out a lot of wiring.
Yeah.
It cuts out a lot of different switches. So if you just went with an inverter, and then you'd have to go with a charge controller separate, all that's copper wire, man. Copper wire is separate. And then you have different switches on and off. You got to do it manually. This here, for the price, I think I paid $700 for the all-in-one. So I might buy another one. Then I can jump up to 220. So if I want to run something 220, if I have 2 of those chargers,
oh wow,
do that.
Welder or something.
Yeah, and I can put more solar on. So right now I can have 5,000 watts come in to that controller. But if I had another controller, I can go 10,000 watts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty neat how it works. I'm really impressed on how it works. Yeah, a lot of research. I've been researching a while, but there's so many guys doing it with these buses. There's channels. You go on YouTube and put in bus conversion, you'll get 5,000 people that's done these buses.
Yeah.
Easy. Yep. And there's a
Hey
couple
Lou, what engine's in that bus? Is that a diesel or is it gas?
diesel.
Diesel.
DT 466 E.
Okay. Does it have a turbo on it or no?
Yep.
It does.
Yep. They put them in the box trucks, all the international box trucks. That's what you find them in a lot in school.
Okay.
Buses. Yeah. They say it's one of the best motors for that size.
Yep.
What
kind of mileage is on that bus?
170,000.
Is that a local bus?
Yeah, I bought it from Crestview Schools.
Oh, Crestview.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they gave me all the paperwork. They gave me all the paperwork from the maintenance.
Yeah.
And then 2016, they did an end frame on the motor and transmission, so it's all fresh. They only put
Okay.
They only put 1,000 miles on it after they did $15,000 worth of rebuild.
Wow.
That's good for you.
Yeah, then it's for 2,000.
What'd you say they did an in frame?
Yeah, end
What is
frame.
that?
It's a rebuild, but they do it inside the bus. They do it in the frame.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's going on, Brian?
Yeah, so it's all
Yeah,
fresh.
freshened it up and then sold it.
Yeah, I got the paperwork. They spent 15,000 on redoing the motor training.
Yeah.
Is that an automatic, Lou, or is that a manual?
Automatic.
Automatic.
I wish it was a stick. Yeah, so I might change the gears in the rear because at 55 I'm screaming. Or 60, if I hit 60, it's like 3,000 RPM.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna change the gears. A lot of guys change the gears.
That's exactly where my two Pontiacs both have 355 gears in them, and it's exactly where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
3,000 RPM at 60 mile an hour, which
Yeah.
isn't terrible. But
Well, and then you got me who's doing 70 at like 1,800 RPM. And that's why.
yeah, I wish I had an extra gear, like a gear vendor's overdrive, but they're just so much money.
I
But-
just went for a Tremec. Yeah, I went for a Tremec 5.
So I'm just grandpa out there. I'll be on 76 going to the car shows or over Summit, and I got people just blasting past me. There I am, 60 mile an hour.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, Lou, you might want to change that gear.
Yeah.
I know from my perspective now, driving this Pontiac for 47 years, mostly with a 4-speed, it's kind of nice to see what a fresh built motor can do when it can really breathe and run. And that car runs great on the highway. It's phenomenal. Before it was like I said, it was like 3,600 RPM in fourth gear. It was like, rah!
Yeah.
Not
Right.
anymore. I was thinking about going. I put 373s back in it. I was thinking about going over to 411s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I might do that, but I got to weigh my options at the price because it's going to cost me about $1,500 to buy the new rears. Or
Yeah, I'll tell you a good place to take it, Lou, is Broadway Service in Girard. They specialize in truck rear ends. They build drive shafts. They built my drive shaft for the Tempest. They also installed my Posse, but they specialize in truck rear ends. They're very good. They're right in Girard, right in downtown Girard. You can't miss it. It's called Broadway Service, and they do the gears for the trucks and stuff. That's their specialty. So it's the only one I know around it actually does it in the Youngstown area. I mean, there's probably more, but that's the only one I know of.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check them out, man, because I would love to have that done before I take off.
Yeah. Right. I mean, if you're going to be traveling across the country, you almost have to. I mean, those school buses are just designed to be local, and they're rarely on the highway. When they do, they don't go very far generally.
Yeah.
So
some people buy the activity buses because they go over the freeway, so they're all geared up right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get that lucky.
That gear set's probably going to be expensive. I'm just saying. Get your checkbook out for that one.
Yeah, for used ones, they're $1,500.
Yeah.
So I don't, I really don't want to put a used one in because I might get down the street, you know what I mean, and blow up.
Boom. Yep. Is that for the whole axle or just the gears?
Just the gears.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all one unit though. It's not. They're all together. You just take the pumpkin or the spline
Pumpkin out like a 4 9-inch.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not bad.
It's not a bad change, but
Yeah.
man, the money.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Hmm.
So I would weigh my options on a gear bender or that. I don't know which one. Or man,
Right.
I'm not scared to put a stick in here. To be honest.
Put a stick in, you'll be like what's that Richard Pryor movie? Bustin' Loose, where he takes the kids across country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just make sure if you get stuck in the mud in the wrong part of town, everybody in the bus is blind. You're trying to get the blind people to the
I forgot about that. That's funny.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, they're blind. Yeah, but it's been a fun project. I mean, I'm getting close.
Yeah, you've been working on it a minute.
Yeah, 3 years. But I could have had it done a lot faster, but I put my stuff in rabbit holes. Like, I moved the door to the side and a lot of stuff that I didn't have to do, but we wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We raised the roof 18 inches. I had to do that though because I was too tall.
Ducking, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was a lot of work there. I mean, just raising that roof alone is labor intensive,
I'll tell you what, man, those guys came here and helped me. It was unbelievable. I'll tell you what, one weekend, man, we had to cut and lift it and weld it back together.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I remember watching it when you guys did that. It came out really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looked good.
There's companies doing it for people, man. It's a $15,000 job.
Oh,
wow.
Not surprised.
Yeah, easy. They weren't playing around, boy. I'll tell you that. Yep, Joey's in the chat room. He helped us. He did my back door. He did my window frames. He welded up all the window frames for me, and he cut my back door and made it little. Yeah, the guys are great, man. I love those guys.
Yeah. So I didn't know about Tyler's shop. I didn't realize he had a fire for some reason. I didn't.
Yeah, he didn't really say anything about it until he posted that post. But
I had no idea. I mean, I don't know if he's been on here since then, but
no,
he lost a lot of personal stuff. I mean, it's a mess. It's just smoke damage. That's what really hurts a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're working on it. They're cleaning. They got the companies that come in and clean fire damage.
Yeah.
So they're there now.
Well, and from his post, I think, wasn't he saying he couldn't go in? It had to wait till the insurance and everybody, they did all their investigation or whatever. So he couldn't even go in his shop.
Yeah, he's been out for about 2 months, 2.5 months.
Jeez.
Wow. Yep, it's a mess.
So, is his bus okay?
Yeah, it was outside.
Oh, okay.
Like all the cars were safe. It was like in the office section, storage section. So it really didn't get over to the car.
Yeah, where all his stuff was that could burn, all his personal clothes and stuff.
Yeah, well, see, he moved or he sold his house, and so all his personal stuff was in there. That's where I got him. Yep.
Yeah.
No, he leases that place, right? He doesn't own it, does he?
Yeah, he leases.
Yeah. So we could just say, "See ya."
Yeah.
Go find another shop.
Not well. He won't find one that size for the money.
All right.
Yeah, he's doing good there, and a good area too. It's he's in the right spot,
right off that road.
Yeah, but
that's the other thing. I mean, the price has got to be right, but you also got to be in the right area. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't whether it's your house or shop or whatever. Being in a difficult area can just make things difficult all the way around. It's just stress inducing, you know.
Yeah, he's in a good spot.
That's good.
Yeah, hopefully get back up and running soon.
Yeah.
It's always something, man. Life just beat you up.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it is 10:40, and I'm going to hit the rack.
Yeah, I think I'm following you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming on, Mike, man. Hey,
Yeah.
you're always welcome to come on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was fun. Yeah, I like chatting with you guys.
Yeah, I'll put you in our.
I'll keep you guys posted on the projects. I got a number of them going on at the same time here, but
Okay.
I'll let you guys know if I get that Imperial bot and how that's going.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll put you in our chat. We have a chat on Facebook that everybody's in, so you can.
Okay.
You'll get the link every week.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, have a good night. It was good chatting with you.
All right,
I like the.
Anytime you want to talk Pontiacs.
Okay.
Hey, I like that story about the chase in the jump.
I got a lot of good horror stories.
Oh, hey, that was a good story. That was. I can just imagine.
All right, guys.
All right,
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See ya.
All right, fellas. I will see you guys next week unless something crazy goes on, and
All right.
I can get back on sooner.
All right. Take care, Lewis.
See you, Lewis.
It's good seeing you.
All right, you too. Talk to you later.
Take
See ya.
care.
I guess we'll shut down the stream ourselves. It's a little
Hi,
late.
Mom. Bye, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And we'll be back next week too. Dum.